Hey folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Monday, April 20th, 2015. So markets are trading on a bounce back today. I wanted to highlight a couple stocks today. Number one, IBM. IBM rallying about 2% today ahead of earnings. They're going to be releasing earnings after the bell today. I want to analyze this chart and talk to you guys a little bit about what the odds are in terms of upside versus downside. Now, the first thing that strikes me is that this has made a long consolidation kind of base here. And the fact is it's trading above the two moving averages here, so that gives it a little bit of a minor upside bias going into earnings. And the easy analysis is that the likely upside target is the 200 moving average, which maxes out at this gap window. So again, look at that beautiful little target. So I would say that there's about a 60% chance, maybe even a little bit higher, of a move up on IBM on earnings today, and the target would be around 171. Now again, I don't personally play earnings in terms of buying right before earnings or selling or shorting right before earnings. Main reason is because you're really gambling. And I don't like gambling, but I do like to look at them and kind of analyze the charts and then see the outcome and ultimately decide if, again, maybe in the future, if the odds get big enough in terms of being correct, you can ultimately play them. But right now, again, the upside target right now on IBM is around 171 to 172, and that is the likely scenario for the short term. Now, that's the short term. I want to make this clear. Short term, a small positive bias. However, this long base is ultimately a longer term monthly, weekly bear flag pattern, which tells us that 2-3 months from now, I think IBM is actually much, much lower. And I think, again, you're looking at downside. And you can see, again, if I zoom out on the charts. But if we flip over to the larger time frames here, take a look at this bearish pattern starting to develop. All right, again, I think that this probably trades short term up and then ultimately rolls, and I think your target on IBM is going to be 130 to 131. See this little base right here? So that's your longer term target. So short term upside, longer term quite a bit of downside. I mean, you're talking about a $30 drop minimally to the downside on IBM longer term. That's a large percentage move. That's about a little less than 20% move to the downside on IBM. All right, so again, just want to keep you guys updated on that. The only other thing I want to mention, we had some earnings announcements from Halliburton today as well as Morgan Stanley. Just quickly go over what they're doing today. Morgan Stanley's trading ever so slightly higher. The chart's honestly making a bearish pattern. Okay, and this is important, guys. See this large move to the downside and then this choppy, sloppy kind of inside move, inside of this big down move. That's what we'd call a bearish pattern. So it is up a little bit on earnings, which is kind of what I expect from IBM. However, the longer-term move on this is very, very bearish. This is not a good pattern. Downside move is going to be probably short-term target would be here. Longer-term target is right down here on Morgan Stanley. All right, so honestly, Morgan Stanley's starting to look like a pretty good short to me, to be honest. And I will be keeping an eye on this. Halliburton obviously has been beaten down quite a bit over the course of the last year or so because of oil prices. It is rallying a little bit today. I would say the main level you're looking at is the 200 moving average. If it moves up into the 200, look for a short on that. I do think you see pullbacks on Halliburton, but I actually don't think that you're going to see new lows taken out down here. I think most likely, at least for the foreseeable future, this does pull back off the 200 if you get there, but I don't think, again, the pullbacks are super, super drastic. My guess is the first pullback we get is probably a buy around 44.75. $44.75 is probably your level to be a buy on Halliburton on pullbacks. Okay, so just wanted to keep you guys updated on various charts out there. Come join us at InTheMoneyStocks.com. We continue to nail it. Literally about 350+% return in the Research Center this year. Again, that's the Research Center, 350% return basically through 3.5 months. Unbelievable pace. We're on for basically 1,000% return for the year. Come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Take the 7-day free trial.